Something in you already knows this week is different, not because everything is suddenly easy, but because two of the most precisely aligned moments of this year are landing within 36 hours of each other, and both are speaking directly to the part of you that has been wondering for longer than you will admit whether love is still coming. On March 25th, at 4:51 in the morning Eastern Time, the Sun reaches the exact degree of Saturn at 4 degrees 43 minutes of Aries, a cazimi, in the heart of the Sun. Saturn in cazimi is not Saturn at its most crushing. It is Saturn at its most honest. The planet of what is genuinely true about your life right now, held inside the full light of the Sun. Discipline without fear, commitment without resentment. The part of you that built a wall and called it wisdom, that part is being illuminated today. Not punished, illuminated. Then, less than 24 hours later, on March 26th, Venus meets Chiron at 25 degrees of Aries. And this is not just any Venus-Chiron conjunction. This is the last one in Aries for the next 43 years. Since 2018, Chiron has been moving through this sign, slowly surfacing the wound of identity. The belief that who you are, as you actually are, is not quite enough to be chosen. The question Chiron in Aries has been pressing for 7 years is quiet and devastating. Why am I here, and do I deserve to take up space in someone's life? Venus, arriving at that exact degree, is not an accident. Venus is what we value, what we desire, and what we believe we are worth. When Venus meets Chiron, the wound and the desire stand face to face. And what gets released is the old story, the one that says, I am too much, or not enough, or too late. Most people move through pain like this by managing it, staying busy, choosing people who confirm the wound rather than heal it, telling themselves they are fine with being alone, while something quieter contradicts that every Sunday evening. Those who feel the frequencies understand what is actually happening. The Saturn cazimi is asking you to get honest about the walls you have built in the name of self-protection. Saturn in Aries does not reward the wall. It rewards the one willing to name what they actually want and move toward it, even without a guarantee. And then, Venus conjunct Chiron points to the moment. Most of us can locate it exactly when you decided love was dangerous, when someone did not choose you, or left, or never showed up the way you needed, and the decision you made to need less, to want less, and to make yourself easier to be around and harder to hurt. That decision made sense then. It kept you safe, but it also kept you small. And this is the last time in 43 years this door is open at this depth. I have felt this in my own life, the performance of indifference, the armor of not caring, letting yourself want what you want, fully, without that protection. It is terrifying the first time, and it is the only thing that actually works. You are not going to be alone for much longer, not because the sky is sending someone to your door, because the version of you that believed you did not deserve to be fully met is completing its cycle. The wound Chiron has been tending since 2018 is finishing its work. The Venus conjunction at 25 degrees Aries is not a wound reopening. It is a wound closing. The scar is evidence that something survived. Let yourself be seen wanting what you want, not loudly, just internally, without the armor of not caring, without the story that you have accepted this version of your life if this is all there is. Those who feel the frequencies know the difference between peace and numbness, between acceptance and defeat. Saturn is asking which one you have been living in, and Venus, meeting the wound for the last time in this degree in your lifetime, is asking you to choose yourself with the same ferocity you have spent years hoping someone else would. That is what fated means. Not that someone arrives, that you finally stop standing in your own way.